Serie A match of the week after the international break. Derby de Italia, Juventus against Inter. And Juventus are gonna win the match against Inter. Inter gonna have 3 matches in 3 points right after losing at Turin against Juventus FC. In Gematria, the practice of coding letters and words into numbers. It is Juventus FC, that's Gematria 33. So Inter gonna have 3 matches and 3 points. If they're down 2-0, they could have 6 goals and 4 allowed. Juventus Football Club is Gematria 64. If Juventus somehow win 2-0. Juventus, it's 3 matches and 3 wins. Juventus FC's 33, as you saw. It's also Inter itself, that's Gematria 33. So Juventus could win their first 3 matches of the year. Notice how they enter with 3 goals and 0 allowed against Inter. Basically for Inter, they can fall to 1-2. And then they could go for 2-2 against Sassuolo the very next Serie A match. Sassuolo's Gematria 22. Their last win would be by a score of 5-0 against Torino, and then Inter's next win would happen against Sassuolo. So it's a little bit of a hangover after losing the Champions League final. So it is going to be a perfect start for Igor Tudor and Juventus to begin the season. And right now, Antonio Conte enters the match against Fiorentina with 27 wins as manager. La Viola is Gematria 27. They enter with 27 points. De Bruyne returns to Man City, it looks like. He returns to the Etihad in Champions League play. The following match is against Pisa. We'll see if Napoli drop points. Let's see if Conte remains at 27 wins as Napoli manager. That could happen. What's Gematria of Etihad? This upcoming match against the Champions League sequence, I think, is going to be key to the matches of the week after the international break. Etihad is Gematria 29, so Antonio Conte could go for his 29th win as manager at the Etihad, meaning he would enter with 28 wins, but going for a 29th win. Napoli to begin with a perfect 3-0 record in the campionato before playing at Man City. So there's Conte's 27 wins right there as Napoli manager. We will see if Napoli beat Man City. I think that's going to be a good narrative for Napoli against Man City. Who knows if Napoli could go for a 29th win under Conte against Pisa. Or it's not Pisa, that's 29. But anyways, moving on. Can Milan defeat Bologna? Can they be ahead of Internazionale in the table? So with Milan, we have to look at Bologna. Bologna is another Gematria 33. Could it be 3 matches and 3 points for Bologna with a loss against the Devil of Milan, Diavolo? That's what Milan are. They are the Diavolo. They're the devil. 3 matches and 3 points. It could be 3 goals and 2 allowed. So you never know what could happen with Milan. But I think a good narrative. I think if Inter somehow find themselves struggling to begin the Chivu era. So Juventus and Napoli could be tied on top of the table to begin the campionato. Inter could find itself 6 points back. 6 goals and 2 allowed. If Juventus score first, Inter would have 6 goals and 3 allowed. And 63 recall back to them losing the Champions League against Paris. Are Roma going to begin unbeaten, or is Torino going to get a result? This could be a draw potentially. 3 matches and 7 points for Roma. This could be one of those de facto trap games. Torino is Gamache 37. Think back to Internazionale. Internazionale 73. Juventus scored in the 73rd minute today, with the match against Inter up next. A classic scripted goal in that game. Napoli, Juventus on top of the table. Roma with 7, maybe Milan with 6. Interesting championship. Cremonese with 2 wins, 2 for 2. After beating Sassuolo and Milan, both teams have Gematria 22 in Gematria. Verona looks like are not very, very good. And now they have Jamie Vardy. Could Cremonese begin 3 for 3? Before the likes of Inter and Como and Udinese, it's a very good team, Juventus, so maybe they do get another win before the tough part of the schedule, but it's certainly not going to be easy. To get that many consecutive wins in the championship after being promoted from the Serie B. This is the Serie matches of the week. Inter to continue to struggle. Juventus and Napoli are on top of the table for the chase to the championship. I think a Juventus result at the least. Dortmund is Gematria 37, so Juventus could have 3 matches and 7 points. There is potential for a draw. I'll go Juventus win to get the 5 goals and 0 allowed, as we've spoken about before. Sassuolo's 50. Maybe Inter's next win is against Sassuolo. What's the next match for Juventus in the league? Now they play. I can't believe I didn't mention this before, but 3 wins, 0 losses. Inter's Gematria 30. So that's a very easy way of looking at it. It's 3 wins and 0 losses if you're Juventus. 3 and 0. 3 wins, 0 losses. They're playing Verona next. And Verona is Comanche 30. 3 for 3 in the league. The Serie match of the week after the international break, Juventus to defeat Inter, and it's looking like another Napoli victory. And we will see if Milan get a win against Bologna, and it looks like Roma are going to drop points.